If I take the stalk out of the apple, you can see in the profile that what I've got where the leaves are is a sort of dome shape. And this dome shape in a way is also a high spot. In other words, that represents where the leaves are going to sit. So I can put that dome shape here, and that's what I'm going to do next across here. To give you an idea of the angle that we're going to cut this to, if that's the width to here, then about a quarter of the way up, if we draw a quick line along there, that's the end of our dome. So I'm going to use the deep gouge again, and this time a mallet because I'm going across the grain and that's a lot harder, and a little flick with the end of the mallet like this. Again, thinking this is going to be surface of leaf, so we can round and up like this. Then you can work all the way around, and then just to true this up, you can do the same sort of turning cut just to clean the surface up, like so. I've left the centre point here as a reference, and the bottom, really the bottom of each one of these trenches should land more or less on the surface that I want to finish with. So now I'm going to smooth all those ridges off, and I'm going to use this flat gouge again. If I use the gouge this way up, like so, then this concavity here is fighting against that shape there. So it's better if I turn this tool over so that there's a sympathy between this shape of the sweep and the surface that I'm working. So the same grip and the slice and cut now, I can start smoothing all those over. So I'm just going to work my way around and take those off. So I'm using the slicing cut as I did before, so the tool goes across like this as it goes forward, and that gives you a nice clean cut. And you do need, again, to have sharp edges and to have a sense of this going over. So we're not just doing straight facets, we're trying to push the tool over. And this is a good exercise in creating a three-dimensional dome, and it's worth spending a little bit of time on it. So when we've got this nice and smooth all the way around, we can draw in the leaves. So there's my centre point, and the leaves will go sort of across here and across there, diagonally opposite. I'm using the square of the block to line up, but it doesn't really matter where you put them in. So one leaf will come round here like this, and the other leaf like this, something like that. They are leaves, so they don't have to be exactly the same. Look at the point there. If I look at the apple here, the leaves are going to drop down towards the middle, so they're not really like this. So really what we've formed is just that first part, and we need to go down here. So we need to make a depression in there. The easiest way to do it is with a deep gouge, same sort of grip as before, and a little bit of a scoop like this. See, it's quite see how the hand goes down like that as I twist. So I'm making quite a tight scoop. If you don't use a big chisel like big gouge like this, you could certainly use a smaller gouge, something smaller to get in here. But I think this works quite well. So we'll go quite deep in here. And then think about how the leaf is going to go over. We can, with your flat gouge, just take some of that hardness off, that angle there. So just see, I've got the tool upside down, and to be able to do this you really need a bevel on the inside. So take a little bit off there, and then I can redraw my leaf, and now this time the leaf comes up and over like so. So now we have a leaf with a bit more movement in it. I might make that a bit bigger, but that's the general idea.